Welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm Skratch. This is another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. Today we're gonna have another look at Sammaster and we're gonna try out a few different teams for Season 1 and for Season 2, guys. I actually asked a few guys in my Discord as well to post all of their teams for Season 1, so we get a few more options in here, basically. Before we move over to that, I just want to say a big thank you to Dragonheir for sponsoring today's video. If you guys are new to the channel or you haven't tried Dragonheir Silent Gods just yet, or you want to help and support the channel, you can download the game by using my link in the description down below or in the pinned comment or by scanning the QR code you see on the screen and join Dungeons and Dragons Legends in Dragonheir today. Now, the second phase of the Dungeons and Dragons collaboration is on, guys, and is promising richer rewards and events for the players. Of course, we have two new mages joining the Dragonheir universe, Elminster Aumar and Sammaster, his nemesis. Now, you can actually acquire Elminster from the Planar Summoning event, and you can summon him, guys. And of course, he has a new legendary artifact, which is actually pretty awesome. And yes, we have a couple of different things going on at the moment. We have some new cosmetics. We have the two new dice cosmetics. I really love this one. I'm definitely gonna try to get it. And we have the Sage's baggage pack right here, which gives you a new avatar frame. We have new quests, guys, new challenges every single day. We have a new map, a new storyline. We have quite a few things to do right now. But the main thing that I want to prioritize in today's video, guys, is the reconfrontation with Sammaster, the new boss, okay? And the very first phase is not as hard on him, but the second phase will be a bit harder. Hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna get to make a video on its second phase to prepare you guys ahead, like what sort of strategies we're going to have to adapt against the boss. But right here at the Cult of the Dragon's Fortress, guys, again, our main goal is to reach either 4 or 8 million damage, regardless where we are on what season, you know. The main goal should be 8 million, of course, because the more the better. Better rewards as well, and you want to collect as many Sage chest pieces as possible. In this video, guys, I want to focus on a few different teams that can work in Season 1 as well. And of course, they will work in Season 2. A lot of you guys are messaging me in my Discord and they're like, Skratch, I cannot reach 8 million. I'm a newish player. I've been playing for 3 weeks. I've been playing for 2 weeks. And if you don't have some of the most amazing legendary heroes, if you're not fortunate enough to summon one of them early on, it will be pretty hard for you guys to reach the 8 million damage, you know. So we're gonna have a look at a few different things. In Season 1, you had what? Poison and Fire, Frost and Necrosis, and you had Lightning and Radiance. Lightning and Radiance is very powerful. Then you have, of course, Poison and Fire, which was very powerful too in Season 1. The main thing that I would probably suggest you, if you have the opportunity to do it, is to try and build a team maybe with the same elemental affinity heroes if you have a lot of them available. So for example, let's just try to do one with the poison element in here. I'm gonna show you a few different screenshots from my Discord, guys, from different people that posted some nice teams, you know. Let's actually go in like this. So we have quite a few debuffs in here. You want to have debuffs on this boss to start with, because that will bring you some more damage and will bring you damage reduction too. We should be more than enough with Hexandra doing the damage here. Now, the main problem that we are going to have will be the decreased attack. Make sure we have the decreased attack on the boss when his ultimate is ready to pop, you know. But let's start this run, and I'm gonna walk you over through some of the screenshots that were posted in my Discord. You see, we have poisons, we have decreased attack, you have the heal reduction. That is extremely helpful, guys. 3 debuffs on the boss, that increases your damage. Having the debuffs when the ultimate is on, that reduces the damage. So it's very important. Now, this team should survive quite a bit. I do think it might be pretty RNG, you know. But like this, I have the 5-man elemental affinity on. And even if you haven't unlocked the 5-man elemental affinity, okay, you might have only the 3-man elemental affinity. Now, if you break that, so for example, I have right now Poison and Lightning. That's my elemental combination for Season 2. If I'm not bringing 5 out of the same elemental affinity, the other ones won't be getting the bonus. So let's just say I'm bringing in a Frost hero, an Ice hero. While the rest of them will get the elemental affinity bonus for the 3-man, 20% HP, the defense, the attack, the Frost doesn't, which makes it much, much weaker compared to bringing the characters from the same elemental affinity, even if your Psychic core is not developed yet, okay? Very, very important to keep that in mind, guys. So how you may notice, our damage is actually very, very good. 2.4 million damage in 1 minute and 30 seconds. And that's mainly because we have all these debuffs on the boss. But enough with all that talking. Let's actually bring in the screenshot. So right here we have Van Hon Gaming, who posted literally a very similar team. I actually got the idea from him to post the team that we're running right now. And yeah, that's pretty solid. 9 million damage. Then we have other people that were kind enough to share their teams with us in here, guys. So right here is a team for Season 1 with Poison and Fire as the combination on the elements. And even if it doesn't have his Psychic core maxed to unlock the 5-man elemental affinity, the 3-man elemental affinity will give stats to all of the 5 heroes, okay? Which is very, very important. 11.7. It's nice. You have Foley, you have Nida, Letalis, you have Sigrid and Hexandra, and you're only really having here 2 damage dealers dropping big numbers on the boss. Then we have Hexandra, we have Isolde, we have Erich, we have Bronwyn, we have Sigrid. Here we have 2 decreased attack champions. You don't have a lot of debuffs on the boss to work as good as our team right now, but you still have plenty. And that makes quite a bit of a difference, you know. Then what else we have? Because we have quite a few different ones. This one, for example, is a good one. So we have Frost and Necrosis combination in Season 1. How you may notice, he brought in a 5th hero that is a Poison hero. So he's not going to benefit from the stats that the other 4 heroes are getting from the 3-man elemental affinity. And those stats are a lot. You have defense, HP, attack, accuracy, resistance. All of those stats are important, especially the survivability one. So that's why it's better if you could bring in 5 heroes from the same elemental affinities regardless. Now, if you have a God tier champion like a Frorbart that helps to keep your team alive, a tank champion, you don't need to worry so much about them because they are tanky enough to survive regardless, you know, so it's not a big deal. Then moving over to the big boy teams in here, like we have a full Radiance team. Yeah, this is just not 67 million damage. They're very, very good if you have any of these heroes available. A Flora team, wild team with Flora. He has a lot of support in here. He actually doesn't need so much support in order to drop his damage. But it's nice that he's using Reyta. She actually brings in a lot of damage. Seems like we lost one of the heroes a bit prematurely, unfortunately. And that was mainly because of the lack of decreased attack, but we are getting pretty close to the 8 million damage. Maybe we're still gonna be able to get it. Let's see. Are we? Oh, that was painful. That was close. So we have quite a few teams here in Discord, guys. Thanks to all of the people that actually posted the screenshot with their team, you know. And this is semi free to play friendly. This is actually a nice one too. You have Adolphus, you have a couple of Poison, Nida, Alfie, and that's pretty good damage. So we are super close to the 8 million damage. Hopefully we are going to survive it and see the job done. It is pretty risky, especially when you don't have that decreased attack. You know, is a massive difference when we're talking about survivability. The boss stacked quite a bit his attack, 17 stacks, you know, but was unfortunate that we lost that Eli early on. I feel like it's a lot of RNG with these runs as well, you know, like you can run 1, get the damage, run 5, don't get the damage, or run 5, get the damage, and run 1, don't get the damage. So it is a bit of a trial and error. You might have to retry a few of the stages, but thankfully it's not really the end of the world. So once you reach the 8 million, it's really no point to go more than that. So you can either save it, either look for a different team, you know. Now, what I want to do now, guys, is to make a team that doesn't have a full 5-man elemental affinity, And I want to show you what you need to prioritize when you're building the team like this. So if you are paying attention to the 3 hero elemental affinity, you're getting a lot of stats, okay? You want to prioritize these stats on your damage dealers, because the damage dealers are the squishier and they do get all these extra goodies that will enable them to deal more damage. So that is very, very important. Now, when you are talking about tanks, let's just take, for example, Furbart. Let's bring in Furbart in here. He's going to be just fine. He's going to survive. He has plenty of HP, defense, etc. We don't need to worry about him. But when we are talking about the other ones, we do need to worry about them because they won't be able to survive as good. So what we're going to do here, for example, we're going to try and build a completely different team. So we're going to bring another decrease attack hero. We're going to bring in Isolde, and she will shield up, will give us the defense up, and I will place her probably here in front. Actually, no. I'm going to have to place them like this somehow because I want to make sure everybody's getting the heal and what we need from them, you know. Then I need to bring in the damage dealers. So because I want to create that 3-man elemental affinity and get the extra stats, I'm going to bring in heroes from the fire element. Now, this is a good combination for Season 1 because they pair with each other in Season 1, right? So we're going to do that. Foolish is actually pretty good. We can bring her in as well because why not? And then we can bring in another rare range hero, preferably, so we don't mess up all our mojo in there. And she works just fine. She has a pretty good cooldown, and I do prefer her. So let's bring her in here. 2 range heroes. Everybody will be getting the healing. Tonalen most probably won't be getting the increased defense from Isolde, which is fine because we have good stats on her compared to the rest. You know, the rest are much squishier than Tonalen. But the main thing is you wanna get those extra stats from the 3 hero elemental affinity on the champions that matter the most. So let's do a run and see how they perform. You want to get the extra damage. That's very, very important. One thing that I forgot to do was to time when I'm putting the decrease attack and stuff. So I'm going to have to manually adjust it, you know, in between Isolde and Furbart. I forgot about it. I was just talking a bit too much. So there we go. Isolde putting it up. And from here on, I can just let them do their own thing. The damage should be stacking up pretty quick. Once Tonalen will build up her passive, is going to be even better. We have 3 damage dealers in here, right? And we should be able to reach the 8 million damage. Now, I only have 1 healer, right? Isolde will give me a bit of shield, but she won't really heal my team. The main healer in here is Furbart, and I have tried it previously, and it seemed that he was more than enough to heal the team to keep it alive, you know. I'm not going to play the entire run, guys. I'm going to fast forward at the end, and we're going to see the final result. Now, this team is doing pretty good, right? We have over 9 million damage, and it doesn't seem like we have any issues whatsoever with the survivability. That's, of course, because we have 2 decrease attack champions, time to go at a 10 seconds gap, so we always cover with decrease attack. That's important. But the reason why we have so much damage is, of course, because the elemental affinity bonus is on the damage dealers, how I mentioned before, guys. And seems like we delayed a bit the decrease attack in there, so that was a bit of a problem. But yeah, guys, the team is doing pretty well. So hopefully you found this helpful. Hopefully you understood what's the main point behind it. Yes, I do have quite a few epic heroes in here that are awesome. Furbart is kind of like a next gen carry, but you see he's not gaining any extra stats, and it doesn't matter when we are talking about tanks, guys. I'm actually going to save this damage. I don't need to do anything else with this on my account. I claimed the rewards, and this was on my account, was not a test server or anything like that. You know, I just wanted to kind of like point it out, you know, because yeah, we are getting there slowly. 12 more days to go, so I can challenge the boss 12 more times. During the second week, he will change forms, shape, or will change everything about him. He will send the Dracolich away, and he will use different skills and stuff. So very curious to see how that will look. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Probably we're gonna get a chance to have a look to see what we need to prepare in advance. But yeah, guys, that was all for this video. If you wanna download Dragonheir Silent Gods and try the game out, you can use my link in the description down below or in the pinned comment, or by scanning the QR code on the screen and download Dragonheir Silent Gods. That was all for the video. Much love, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.